Hi, this is Ann, Ann's Junk Journals by Ann. This is a junk journal that I made for a neighbor. She wanted a journal for her daughter. It's a 3-section. Here's the outside cover. You can see the exposed spine. And then this one has they call them spine dangles, just some ribbons to kind of go with it and class it up so it looks nice on the shelf. I found some beautiful lace to go down here. They were flowers on a string, and so I was able to glue that on the cover. She wanted a teal, and it was a hard time finding teal, but I found some aquas and whatnot to be in this book. So the inside, it's just paper covered, and I made a paper pocket out of just a journal, scrapbook paper, and I don't know the collection. It was one that was in my stash. I don't know. I've had it for a while. And then I used Victoria designs on most of these tags and journaling cards, one for collections. I do like the Victoria designs things, and the teal went with it, or that turquoise went with it. I did a lot of tea dyeing, as in this paper was tea dyed, and then I sewed some lace on the side, on the edge. And then this is a big corner pocket, a big deep pocket, so we needed a bigger card. And this card was made just with paper. There's no cardboard in there, or cardstock. A couple of layers of paper. When you make like a master board, and you cut them apart, and then use it and put designs on it, and it makes it firm enough to be a card. It's still flexible. But here's one of the beautiful peacocks, and that picked up some of the teal that I thought would go well with this journal. Just leave him over there. This is a tracing paper that I tea stained. This was a book page, and then I think it was a book about mandalas that I had in my stash, and I took that apart, and it's good for the journaling cause. This is a time card that I folded up to be a pocket, just one pocket. My stamp on here, yeah, I think it was a butterfly, and it didn't come out very well on this one. I think 1 out of 3 came out. But I made a little card there that fits into the pocket. And then I used music pages on this, and it's tea stained. So I do a lot of tea staining on items. And you can see the tea staining there. This is another book page that I took apart a book, and this is a library card pocket. I got those off of Amazon. And I just dressed up the card with a little scrap of fabric that matched the cover. And then I have a Cricut machine, and cut out a little peacock design, so it went with it. This was avocado stained, and then there's the little card that goes in it, more peacocks, and this journaling space on the back. This one was just a piece of, this is part of a notebook that I took apart, just blank lines, and on this side I'm tea stained that, but this was a coin pocket that I got off of Amazon. And here's a journal, or a tag, a large tag with blank space for writing on. And I just made a little pocket on the front and added a little tag that was in the kit, because there's more of the turquoise color. This is a coffee stained doily. And then this is ledger paper, and I put another kind of crocheted on there, crocheted lace. This is a one of these, they call them inner office pockets or something like that. And I just made a little notebook that goes in there. It's only like 4 pages, and they're either coffee stained or avocado dyed stained. And so I used that. This is straw paper, and I had sewn around the whole page. And on the other side, it's folded over, and I used a decorative stitch. We'll see that in a minute. This is just coffee stained paper here that's in the center of this first section. And then I put lace. Again, this one was not lace. This was just a part of a fabric that kind of matched the color with this kind of off-white. So I just kind of frayed the edges as you tear it, and it made a nice edging. This is the straw paper, and I made a pocket on this side. And before I sewed around the outside edge, I did a decorative stitch on my sewing machine here. I don't know if it shows up on the video, but then here's another little journaling card. Kind of hard to get out of here one-handed. But here's another little journaling card with just some feathers and placed right on the back. I'll put this all back together when we're done with the video. And here's the other part of the ledger paper and the doily and the notebook paper. And then this was the part of the other side of the avocado dyed paper. And since it was so narrow, I wanted to add an envelope. And this was another pocket that was pastels I thought would go with it. I just used washi tape to make a hinge on both sides of it. And of course I tea stained the envelope. And then I made a pocket up here, a tag, and this one I decorated. And I don't know if I can get that one out. We'll work on it slowly or not. I guess we'll not. But there's another tag that fits down in there, and that one has a little topper on it, ribbon-wise. This was just, it's kind of a waxed feeling envelope that I just put on there, and I made another little journaling spot that would go in there. And this was on a book page. And here's back to the music page, and this one has lace on it. Here's the part of the mandala book that's on there, and some stuff to read, the tracing paper. And then this is the other side of that big pocket. So here again, I made another big journaling card. And we're going to come into some issues here. So that was the first section. And I'll just kind of briefly flip through here. It's basically the same thing in just different order of the pages. I have done like some little difference on something in each of the three signatures in this book, but they all basically are kind of have the same ideas to them. Some are the lace trimmed, and some have the little notebooks in them. This one I'm not sure what it was that was different. We'll get to it at some point. There's another little journaling card in the avocado dyed paper, and more of the tracing paper on here. Here's another one of the mandala pages. Here's the little flip notebook thing, or little flip thing to make that avocado dyed paper extend out on this side, and there's a tag inside of it. Here's more music page. This one has a bingo card. I had an old bingo set, and so I started tea dyeing the bingo set, and I made this a little tuck spot and made just a little squarish with rounded corners on it, little journaling space there. Here's the doily. And this one had also had a glassine envelope, and there's another peacock journaling card. And this one is, here's the straw paper one on this one, and that one has a little bit different stitch on it. I don't know if this will get in here any closer. We'll see if it does. That looks close. But I'm finding that my machine has several built-in stitches, and I'm just going to try them. So here's the library card pocket, very similar to the first one I showed you. Here's the time card pocket. Again, this is similar to what was in the first section, the straw paper and all this stuff. So I think we might be into the third section now. Yes, we're into the third section now, and I think there is one thing different in here too, but I'm not sure what it is right now. I've forgotten. You put a book together and you work on it, and you know, before it's even done, or for me, I forget what's in it. You know, and the joy for me. Oh, this is what I did in the middle of this one. I had these envelopes, and I was able to take the envelope apart in the middle and sew it right into the signature when I bound the book, and then I glued the edges back together. And then I have a page from my adult coloring book, and it's just butterflies, and so the client can have a coloring page. And I just made a little closure by just a circle that's glued on one side, and we just put down. So then that's the only thing different about this. There's the other pocket here, the music pages again. Here's the other little flip pocket. And I've used different washi tapes. I've tried to use different ones. Here's a mandala page. I think I used 4 different crocheted laces through them, and they were all purchased off of Amazon. Yeah, I'm a big Amazon. I always have Amazon purchases. And then the back has a pocket with another journaling card in it too. So, and like I say, the outside of the book, I mean, here's the outside, the back cover, and it's a very thick back covered book. The spine dangle, if I can get down here, it's just, these are one of my first attempts at doing spine dangles. And this one I just did ribbons on here, and then added some beads, whatnot. I could get through the fabrics. I had to, put them in a large-eyed needle to get them through the beads and whatnot. But I did find some pieces of old jewelry that someone had said, purchase old junk jewelry on eBay and take them apart. And so there's a few of those pieces in here that add to the spine dangles. So you can add some jewelry to the back. So when it sits on the book, it's going to be decorated, and nobody would miss this journal at all coming. And on the edges of this, since it's cloth covered, I do have grommets in here, and the outside shows the 3 signatures sewn in. So I hope you enjoyed this flip through. Thank you.